guys, it's David McWaters back for our Module 4 Current Event Application video. Today we're going to talk about departmentalization, and BusinessDictionary.com defines this as a manner or practice in which related individual tasks and their allocation to work groups is combined to form a specialized functional area that is distinct from other functional areas in an organization. Some benefits you see from departmentalization are specialized task forces, people becoming better and better at their specific task, and their productivity actually increases from this. And you also see a fixed responsibility where people are fixed in their certain groups and take extreme responsibility for those groups. Cynthia Huff is actually going to start us off today by talking about one form of departmentalization called functional departmentalization. Ling Cheng Chin is going to move from there and talk about product departmentalization, and then Curtis will take over and talk about customer departmentalization. And Christy will follow him up as the last one and talk about location departmentalization, and you'll see me at the end just to summarize our whole video. Thank you.
First, I am going to talk to you about functional departmentalization. The most common base for departmentalization is by function, especially among smaller organizations. Functional departmentalization groups together those jobs involving the same or similar activities. For example, activities can be grouped according to the function or work being done to pursue economies of scale by placing employees with shared skills and knowledge into departments. In fact, the University of Georgia Finance and Administration Division serves the mission of UGA with departmental organization groups according to work functions such as the Budget Division, University Business and Accounting Services, Human Resources, and Facilities Management, to name a few. Each area concentrates on a specialization. For example, under the University Business and Accounting Services, there are departments such as accounting, accounts payable, payroll, procurement, and travel, to name a few. Each of these smaller departments focuses on the function being done in that department. According to an article about departmental organizational structure on Cron.com, the job specialization and mechanization of a departmental structure allows companies to achieve high levels of efficiency, and grouping jobs by similar functions creates economies of scale. So, this departmentalization by function allows UGA Finance and Administration Division to achieve high levels of efficiency as well as standardized processes and services to the UGA community. Thank you.
Hello everyone, today I will talk about the product departmentation. The product departmentation organizes employees based on which product line or set of service they work with. And each product line has a department of its own. And each department is specialist in all of the functions needed to produce and sell their products, and such as marketing, manufacturing, accounting, and human resources. The departments in this type of company operate autonomously from each other and are often better at responding and to change circumstances in a flexible way. For example, the salesperson can talk to the design and manufacturing specialist in their own department to address customers' certification issue rather than having to go outside the departments. Smaller businesses would use this type of structure only if they offer different product and service. And another example is if your company provides both copywriting and printing, it might make sense to operate those services as service autonomously department. The current event I'd like to talk about is the Apple company product departments. The product departments in Apple is most important part of the company because this department need to do the research of what customer like and what customer want and design it and produce it. And so Apple's a product is their duty of of the company. So
Customer departmentalization involves organizing departments to respond to and interact with specific customers or customer groups. Organizations that offer a wide variety of products often use customer departmentalization. It encourages greater customer focus, enables understanding of customer needs, develops managers and employees who in turn provide better service to customers who have different needs and tastes. Companies that implement customer departmentalization organize work processes around categories of customers which have unique marketing requirements. For example, some departments may include retail customers and wholesale customers, for small business, government, and nonprofit customers. An example of customer departmentalization is the way the restaurant Oceana in Midtown Manhattan treat VIP guests as opposed to the casual diner. According to the Wall Street Journal, Oceana is one of a handful of white tablecloth restaurants that have learned the value of keeping VIP diners, those who frequent the establishment 2 or 3 times in 2 weeks, satisfied. Oceana employees use meticulous note-taking regarding clients' food and seating preferences, combined with precision tactics behind the scenes like VIP staff alerts, to provide prized customers with efficiency, predictability, and privacy during their meals. Management and staff treat them like royalty by offering birthday presents and secret food deliveries unavailable to other patrons. Many of the VIP diners are meeting with clients and do not want to appear overly demanding in front of them. This personalized service is rewarded with a loyalty that can be worth tens of thousands of dollars per year in revenue. By using the customer departmentalization structure, the restaurant focuses on the VIP client, all while still serving the casual diner. There are some disadvantages that could arise from customer departmentalization structure. It could lead to departmental duplication of work responsibilities and resources not being used efficiently, which negatively affects the company's performance. This lack of coordination between departments could lead to enhanced department revenues, but overall decreased company profit.
Location departmentalization refers to grouping the jobs within an organization by their physical location. The size of the location chosen for such groups can vary widely, from a single zip code to an entire continent. Businesses using this departmentalization technique understand that employees and customers in the same area are likely to have similar needs. Because of this, they're able to address those needs more quickly and easily by tailoring their business to that geographical area. However, for very large companies with many locations scattered across a very large area, the administrative burden of keeping up with so many different groups can sometimes prove too cumbersome and too costly in order to effectively maintain this type of system. The most well-known types of organizations that utilize this departmentalization technique are public services. Fire departments, EMS workers, police officers, and public transportation workers generally stay within the same location, such as a city or a county perhaps. The police force, as an example, uses a multi-tiered location departmentalization technique. There are city officers, county officers, and state officers, and each has their own set jurisdiction, although sometimes they do overlap. Outside of the public sector, location departmentalization can be found among retail and restaurant chains. More than one store in the same chain might be found in the same region. Because of this, area supervisors are assigned to manage groups of stores in one particular geographic area.
As business owners and managers begin to grasp the ways to departmentalize their business, I think it's very important that they choose the correct way or the correct combination of ways to do this to make their business successful. Like Cynthia Huff talked about in functional departmentalization, this can be very important for businesses who have different people of different expertise so they can take care of different parts of the business. As Ling Chang Chan talked about the product departmentalization, this can be very important for companies to have a product line that is departmentalized from each other so they can have communication throughout this. With Curtis Griffin talking about the customer departmentalization, this can be important for companies that have a very high standard at treating different customers different ways. In location departmentalization, as Christy Bailey talked about, this can be important for big corporations or big companies that are spread across the globe, so that way they don't have to communicate so much with each other, but they can communicate within their own plant in order to drive success within the business. I hope you guys were able to learn a little bit more about departmentalization today. Thank you.